All I know is somebody needs somebody.
What's up, world? What's up, world? This is the SNS podcast. Somebody needs somebody. I am DT, the middle child.
This done Kayo, the oldest.
Dylan, aka Son of the Way, the youngest son.
And we are back again with another episode, man. How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling real good. Triple bliss.
How you feeling, Wave?
I feel good, bro. Just happy to see another day. Cold as hell outside, but you know.
Yeah.
Are there ever days when people ask y'all how y'all feeling that y'all be honest, though?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, some days.
Because most people be, like, naturally saying, oh, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful day. It's peachy. I remember my boss used to be like, it's peachy. Bruh, nah, bruh.
The weather is fucking bullshit talk. Like, I don't fuck with that. Like, I think that's small talk. Like, that's super small talk. Like, I think that's something that people...
It's cold outside,
yeah,
right?
like, oh, man, it's a beautiful day. Or, oh, man, it's ugly out there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
when we
I
was
think
in
that's
Trader
small
Joe's,
talk.
they did us like that in the line. Talking about the weather. Talking about, you think it's gonna ice? Bro, bag this shit.
You're not a
so I
great
can go.
conversation. Like, you don't have great conversations if the weather is your small talk. It's
But
not
it's
great
some
conversation.
people out who actually fuck with the weather.
No, for sure. No, that just slapped me. Like, now that I think about it, because you know the type of business that I do, that's something that you use. Weather is a way to break the ice for sure.
So how you feel about elevator pitches and shit like that? They used to. I don't know if you ever heard of that before.
Yeah. In school, they teach you about elevator.
Yeah, like I thought
this
shit was weird too. It's like you want me to break down who I am in this short man of a time. It should have more been like, you know, leaving a good impression on somebody is cool instead of having this well drawn out. This is what I'm saying when we together in the elevator with this one person type shit.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's good to be prepared, but I feel like you said, being yourself and just being like who you are is ultimately what's gonna make a person really rock with you anyway.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've been working at Dillard's. This dude came in with his mama. It was a white dude, and they were conversing with me, and they were like, "You're so smart." And we kept talking. It was just like, "Are you in school?" Type. And then,
nigga.
type. And so I finished checking them out. And then dude was like, "You ever need a job? Just call me." I'm just like, that's low key awkward, but I guess.
I mean,
you
left a good impression.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes
it's like
let me say this. You see how you took it that way? I look at it in another way of like, damn, you know, I left a good impression. Like that's a good look for the black brothers though. Like that's what networking is. Like
I agree, but at the same time, why I gotta be this? You're so smart and you're so I'm
gonna come back to you. Don't take shit so personal. Some things ain't really
shit.
I feel what you're saying though. Like to tell me, oh, I'm smart.
I feel what both of y'all saying.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
But fuck that. Like, bro.
You don't even have to tell me that. Yeah, like you can just
some people just
they don't know how to communicate.
Some people ain't got people skills, bro.
They don't know how to
don't know how to deliver that shit the right way.
They just really say exactly what's on
their mind.
Because I took it like, oh, this nigga need help.
This nigga.
That could have really been a plug. Like, you know, some people see the potential in people by just like, you know, conversing with them and just.
But I don't know, just being.
Too.
I'm pretty sure y'all experienced that shit, but just like me growing up, bro, it's just always been stereotypical for me. So it's like you tall, you hoop. It's not, you know, no. I could have been a fucking.
I mean, we all tall, so I always get asked, did you play ball? What did you play? What position did you play?
I know you was a lineman.
Who did you play for?
What the fuck, bro?
And I be like throwing people out sometimes. I'd be
though.
like, nah, I used to be on the tennis team or the swimming team.
But we did play tennis though.
We did. But that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like
I just feel like this shit was just awkward. Like you said, I could have been taking it personal, but in my mind, I'm already
that's
on
something
like.
that I think you should work on, like not taking.
I had to work on that.
Taking shit so like me too. That's what I'm telling you because like not taking people words so personal because you know
sometimes people don't mean shit bad.
No.
Bro. They just ain't got.
Or just sometimes you got to just grow to the situation where shit just kind of roll off of you, bro. Like. We're just thinking, what was that?
That was a fucking witch.
That's a wildcat, wasn't it? These folks got wildcats over here.
What the fuck was that?
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but that shit sound like a fucking mountain lion or some shit out here. Everybody grab that motherfucking pistol.
The fucking weird ass vaccines and shit got niggas turning to cat people over here. That nigga came out the tree.
Don't get the booster.
He a whole sleepwalker, Stephen King's.
Yes, that nigga singing outside. That nigga transformed. I ain't gonna lie, that shit funny. Oh shit. That nigga said, don't get the booster. Oh shit.
Okay. The tree. Oh, half squirrel, half cat man.
Oh, my stomach hurt, bro.
Booster.
Oh, that shit was funny as hell.
Turn it into a cat dog.
I guess they can transition to fear,
I
bro.
know, that's a good transition into fear because
if y'all didn't hear it, bro, we just heard some weird screaming outside, bro.
Shit outside,
I don't know
bro.
what it was.
I already had a ghost, now we got a fucking werewolf.
hell yeah. So that's a beautiful transition into like fear. Like, do y'all like remember any times where something like, just for using this sound as an example, like as a kid, were y'all afraid of like ghosts and like monsters and like different things like that? Because we're gonna transition into like a little bit more different angles of fear. Yeah. But I just want to talk like at the younger age, like what did you fear? Like what was something like at a young age that you look back now, like I was scared of that, but
believe it or not, bro, I was scary, but I was scary as hell. I was scared of down the air. I was the baddest one, but I was just scared. They always say the baddest kid be the shaker. I was scared of the dark. Man, I was scared of Freddy Krueger. It was nights I wouldn't even go to sleep, nigga. I think Freddy Krueger was gonna get me in my sleep, real talk. It was like, I had a lot, my biggest fear was heights. Now, that's that cat thing on the ring. But it was heights. But what helped me get over that fear when we rode the plane. And the first time I rode the plane, I'll never forget this shit. The day before we got on the goddamn plane, we saw Final Destination, the plane crash. And the next day, we flew to California and through a damn storm.
yes, and then when we was in California, remember we went to the Chinese movie theater or whatever that big movie theater is there, and we went to go see, I think, X-Men.
X-Men, yup.
And then one of the previews was Castaway. And
yes,
he had
bro,
his plane crashed on
and we had
Castaway.
to come back on the plane.
And we had the next day we was flying out, so I was like, fuck.
Dang, right. But that helped me get over. That helped me get over my fear of heights. Like, you know what I'm saying. And getting on that plane, right? It was scary, real talk. I was praying and some more stuff. But let me know, like, bro. At the end of the day, if something gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
I think I still had that feeling. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you out. I still had that feeling every flight I get on now. I don't have like the fear, but it's just like a thought. Like it's all. I think everybody has that thought. Like I don't really sleep well on planes, but sometimes I do. Most times I do because I be tired. But like I understand why like fear of heights and stuff like that.
Like real talk, I can't like now as a grown man, like I will not go like on top of a tall building and look over it, bitch. I won't, bro. Like real talk, I gotta.
So you wouldn't climb the mountains and nothing like that.
Yeah, I climb a mountain, see, but I'm not gonna look back and look down. I go up, but when I get up there, I'm gonna have to get on something to bring me down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be able to look down, but if I do have to come down, it's gonna be like steps or like something. I can't look over the legs and see all the fucking bottom. My big goof ass gonna flip off.
Right. And that's the reason why I said that, because my ass climbed a fucking mountain last year and like that shit I could do it, crazy.
But what's weird though, I want to fucking I want to bungee, like not bungee jump, but skydive. Yeah, I want to do this shit.
Sure.
It's crazy that I'm scared of heights. But I feel like this gonna be the ultimate thing. We're
gonna make sure you do that, and we're gonna record it. It's gonna be a episode on our Patreon.
Right. I'm gonna be a screaming motherfucker.
I think as a kid, like one of the biggest things that I feared was roller coasters. Like as a young kid, like as a kid, I feared roller coasters, and then I also feared like tornadoes and thunderstorms. And
shit, we got the tornado story.
We do, and I'm just being honest about it because when I say the roller coasters part, I don't know. I just think just the natural fear. of like anybody who never really rode shit like that. And I think what got me over was Pops just forcing me to get on. Like, bro, you getting on these joints. Like, you getting on them.
Not
like,
to cut you out, Pops broke a lot of people in our family fear of rides, water,
yeah,
all that, bro. Shout out to Papa D,
up.
Uncle D, Daddy.
Made a lot of men out here.
Real
A
talk.
lot of men out here for sure. And then like my fear of storms came from like I never really talked about where it came from, but our cousins died in a tornado. Yeah. So it wasn't like our cousins, but it was cousins that was like close. Like we knew of them. Like we would see them in passing. We would see them at like parties and stuff like that. And like he had a young kid. Like his cousin was like young, and he died in a tornado. And that ever since that, like I was kind of young, but it stuck with me because it was like, damn, you know, he died in a tornado, and that's kind of where my fear came from. You know that. I'm like, damn, you can die from a storm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and it's just in Memphis, shit, them tornado warnings come left and right when the season comes. So it was just a fear that I had. But like as I've gotten older and shit, I realized that ain't nothing I can control. All right. Like that's how all my like me facing most of my fears is just like I can't. It is what it is. Like
if it gonna happen, it gonna happen, bro. Yeah. If it's gonna be there, it's gonna be there, bro. And if you gonna beat it, you gonna beat it. If you don't. Bro, it's already written, bro. What's gonna happen to us already in the books, bro.
You think so?
Man, I feel that, bro. I feel like everybody, you know, you got control of your destiny, but at the end of the day, I feel like your stories has already been written.
I be flip-flopping, bro. Because at first I did believe that, but at times I don't believe that. It's like, it's written, but it's like, the decisions you make, are they written and you making which one to choose type shit, or...
I think like we throw that it's written shit around a little bit too smooth or too easily because we don't really fucking know. Like you really don't know. Like I just think that life is just life. Like it's just happening in the moment. Like it's happening right now. Like we can make a 5-year plan right now and you don't know. We don't know what 5 years will bring.
It's like you going through life trying to figure out what's written instead of trying to figure out what's gonna help you make the right decisions to where you were trying to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like it's just perspective. It's like whatever.
It be movies like that, like choose which path. You know what I'm saying? Like choose this.
So, but then it goes deeper into that. It's like, so the path you choose, was that already written? So that's that's the open ended question that I always.
It could be your life have different paths. Like all about the decisions you make though. Like the movies, like you know, you choose this though.
But it still boils down to, damn, was it already written? I was gonna make that decision.
Like said, that's why I say I think it's already written. Is like duh. It's like a duh, because it's going to happen. I as long as I'm alive and I'm moving and I'm moving, this is what was supposed to happen. Yes, it was written. That's how I look at it. It's like duh. Like that's like a. It's like a duh statement to me. It's just like, yeah, duh, it is because this is what's happening right now. But we didn't ever get to hear about, like, you know.
I was coming back to that. I just wanted to address what he said.
Your fears.
I mean, off rip, fucking roller coasters, bro. I still don't ride them hoes to this day. Like,
you don't do it, bro.
No.
I don't think he ain't never been.
I've rode them, but it's like they just make me very uncomfortable, bro. Like
they do something to a nigga belly.
I just get very like
that's
anxious.
Part of the thrill, though. Yeah. The feeling is part of the thrill.
And I also don't understand why people like haunted houses and shit. Like
getting scared and shit.
Like some people like being scared for, but like I don't like that shit. Like at all. It's not to say I don't like scary movies or nothing like that, but like
I think it's the fear of the unknown. Like
maybe it's just like certain thrills and shit I just don't fuck with. Like, but I jump out of a plane though. Like I want to do that, but like some shit I just be like, oh no, bro.
So you rather jump out of a plane and not a
roller coaster?
Not a roller coaster?
Yes, any day.
I want to do that Fortnite.
I most definitely.
I know what I'm saying any day, but
I most definitely want to skydive too. But like I said, what the best thing about like facing my fears with roller coasters, and the worst thing was that damn all the ones that I missed as a kid, the places we went to that I didn't do.
Yeah.
Like I hate that I missed that. And then the best thing is like now doing it is like, bro, the thrill is crazy. Like every roller coaster is different. It's a different feel. Like it's a different
No, it's
speed.
not. It's the same feeling. Your stomach and your fucking throat.
No, it's different, bro. It's different feels. Shit. It's different experiences. I promise you. Like
I rode the mummy nigga, and that shit was enough for me. I'm like, bro, I
You
feel
never ride
that
that again?
No,
I'll ride the mummy, but I'm saying it was still slick a roller coaster. Like, I didn't know that shit.
You don't need to ride no roller
That's what I'm
coaster.
saying. I don't fuck with roller coaster.
I done
That
rode
hoe was
some
fast
shit.
as fuck. I'm like,
Yeah, I done
damn.
rode some shit too, bro. I done rode.
I know y'all have.
Yeah,
I was there,
remember.
nigga. I just didn't get on the shit.
I know one thing I can't ride no more. The Batman. They said the nigga was too big. You know, that motherfucker.
They called the worker over. They said try to squeeze it on him.
They tried to close it.
Niggas like get his fat ass off. Come on, we ready
They
to
tried to
go.
close that joint on the nigga, bro. That shit was too funny. Bro.
Yeah, that's all.
Cause I remember I was cracking the joke on one of our cousins when they had it happen to him. Then after we came back, it happened to me. I was like, damn, call him a bitch.
couldn't close that hole. This ass.
I said, come on. They said, help me push it down. I said, nah, bro, don't worry about it. You embarrassed.
Man.
Get the cutthroat on his ass. Like
He
can't ride it.
No folk were mad as hell. Hurry up!
Hurry that ass off the ride.
That's
Let's
a
roll.
safety. That's a safety hazard, man. That's all. It's a safety hazard.
He gonna break this up.
They sure good clothing.
Another fear I got though, not to throw off jokes and shit, but it's being shot while taking a shower. Fool, like that's a weird ass fear I have.
So is your gun in the bathroom with you when you shower now?
No, it ain't even because I got people trying to comfort me, and I don't want that. Period. But it's just like I don't know.
Is it a movie or something?
Ain't even no movie. It's just like, bruh, you just you vulnerable. Like you put
I
that
feel
naked.
what you saying. I feel like this sometimes.
Yeah,
when I
like-
be in the shower, like damn, if a nigga come, I'm in here naked. As
Yeah, or
fuck.
just any like not even shot. Just anything happens to me while I'm in
like
the
a
shower.
nigga come
like,
in here, hoe. Like yeah,
or
like
nigga if I
you said,
fucking pass out or
You
some
want me
shit.
to tell you something too when you say that? I think that every black man out there can feel me on this, especially if you grew up in certain areas. Like you have a fear of being shot.
Hell,
Oh, yeah,
fuck.
Well,
that
Kayo,
too.
you've been shot.
Yeah, I've been
so-
shot.
Yeah.
So I'm extra on the edge. Ain't gonna lie, bro. If a nigga reach in his pocket for a phone, nigga, I'm pulling the whole pistol out. Hold up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm shell shot like a motherfucker.
I am too, bro. Like I hate the fact that I have to live like on alert like that, which I would
May
be
not
like
be
that
a bad
regardless.
thing. Nah,
Nah, I
if you
would be
weren't
like-
from Memphis and you was from fucking Wisconsin,
Yeah,
some
you
shit
wouldn't
like
notice the things that we like.
I'm
we
not,
see-
and I know they got bad
we got
places. Don't
spidey
get me
vision,
wrong,
bro. Like
but-
niggas got spidey
I'm peeping
vision.
that shit.
Like
I'm
niggas
trying-
be peeping everything. Niggas be in Walmart, be like, watch that nigga.
Watch
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that nigga going in pocket 2 months.
Like hell yeah. So it's like that's crazy that like just growing up in certain cities and certain areas and
might
around
be-
certain things like
a survival
you develop
tactic.
these super like this
when I
like
was in
superpowers,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a
Like
survival
street
tactic.
smarts is a superpower.
It really is. It is a good. It's good.
Because
to
everybody
learn that,
don't
bro.
have it. Everybody don't have it for
Real
sure.
talk. When I was in Kansas, bro, they did this big where I was at. Like niggas didn't had it, and it was so. It was. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the best times of my life. I felt comfortable. I wasn't looking over my shoulders.
Yeah, that's how
You
it
know
was
what
for
I'm
me.
saying?
In
I was
when I was in
cool.
college in Chattanooga, like I realized it was one night. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
No, you
It was
good.
like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm walking from my dorm, like from another dorm to my dorm, like, and it was like a 15, 20 minute, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I ain't got no strap. I'm Nick. I'm just, but I wasn't even worried.
That's how I was. I was in
I
Kansas.
was like,
Shit.
oh man, what like I
You
feel
with them?
safe.
You with them? You worried in that?
Oh,
hoe.
cause
Oh, yeah, you in the city.
Them for robbing niggas in that.
Yeah,
hoe,
but like that's
fool.
when I realized, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I'm not in Memphis no more, bro. Like,
Real talk.
that's when I
I
realized.
ain't gonna lie, it was dope, bro. Like it was, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like I said, just not the feeling of somebody sneaking you or looking over your shoulder. Like real talk, bro. Like you know, that's why I feel what a lot of them people saying when you can't leave your city, man. Leave, man. Real talk.
I fuck with that, but at the same time, like, why have we created this stigma, like, as a culture that we can't even be home? Like,
Man.
that's terrible. And I get it. I understand. Like, most people get killed in their home, but like, who's gonna change that narrative? Like, who's gonna be that person to stand up and be like, bruh,
But every
like,
nigga that's
y'all
trying to
niggas need to
change
make
it.
home safe. Like, home should be people safe. Like, when you playing the game, when you go into
Facts,
your,
'cause
they call it
Dave
safe house. You get
Dave
what I'm saying?
Chappelle
Like,
said when he go to the crib, he be straight.
But you know, Dave Chappelle ain't from where we from too.
he from DC, and I think that the type of energy that you attract to is a big,
Yeah, that's
big
the
part
thing
of
too.
it
But
too.
at the same time, bro, you know, if you can, bro, especially if you lived a certain type of lifestyle, man, get out. Cause like you say, we as a culture we need to try that. But look at the niggas that do try that, bro, and look what happened to them.
I won't for sure. But what I'm saying, like I said, like it's the energy that you attract. If
Right.
you've constantly been promoting violence, constantly promoted like certain things, then that's the type of like you attract. You're gonna attract what you put out in this world. That's like it's like a magnet, bro. Like if you a drug dealer, you're going to attract police officers. It's just
and robbers
and everything else out
competition drug dealers. Yeah.
Like that's the part of the game that sucks is that you're getting the money, you getting the perks of it, but what this job attracts is those negative things. But I mean, just to kind of piggyback off of fear, like as adults, like now, do you guys still feel like you fear anything, or do you feel like it's just you at a space in your mind where like I don't fear anything?
There ain't gonna never be a day nigga be like I don't fear anything.
Shit, there's a lot of niggas who walk around talking about like I don't fear shit but God. I don't fear.
But when
they
get shot, they be down there hollering. No, that's a sign of fear, bro. Yeah, everybody's
fearful of something.
You know what I'm saying? So niggas be lying.
You just ain't met what you fearful from.
That's a disease a lot of people have. What's lying to their goddamn self, bro? Like, bro, quit lying to yourself. Just be real with yourself. Like, it's all right to be scared of something, bro. That don't make you no bitch. It just make a person a normal person.
So, do you guys have things like in particular, like that as an adult, like, man, I just don't fuck with that. That makes me uncomfortable. Dylan already mentioned like roller coasters.
Like me as an adult, me personally, bro, like my son well-being. I like that shit scares. That shit terrified me because I know the shit. He's getting to the age where I start dibbing and dabbing with shit. And so that's one of my fears of like, my son getting caught up and not making it out, bro. That's why I really, like, I got a chance to make it out this shit. That's one of my biggest fears, like, because I know the world how it is, you know what I'm saying? I know what it is. Everything glitter ain't gold. And that's one of my biggest fears. Like, me personally, I'm just too much like fear, like death and stuff like that. Like we've been raised, like I know that's gonna happen. And I know that's something that we're gonna have to go through. So I like stuff like that. I don't fear. I don't fear man. I don't fear none of that. But mostly be around my child, dealing with him. Like, is he safe and shit like that? That's the biggest things I worry about.
I mean, yeah, just like the well-being of the people that I love, my family. Most definitely, like as you get older, like people are around you, are getting older, and health.
Thanks.
And you kind of pay attention to things. You start noticing like your parents are getting older. You don't want illnesses towards them. You don't want illnesses. Our grandmother is getting older, both of them. Yeah, but I can most definitely agree. Like, just your child. Like, if you are a parent out there, like your biggest fear is just like your child's safety and your child's well-being, especially if they're not around you, if they're not with you. So I can agree to that.
We need to figure out our like ancestors, bro. Like, not talking about before time type shit, but like at least early 1900s. I don't even know.
Early 1900s is grandma.
Great granddad. 1800s.
I spent time with grandma, Kate.
Mama Kate and shit.
And grandpa and granddaddy Joseph and So like that's the early 1900s. So that's our ancestors. But you mean like before them?
Yeah, before them type shit.
Like slaves. If they were slaves.
If they were slaves.
If they were. Them was in the cotton field.
Yeah.
Great granddad,
For sure.
I think then she was a nurse.
I don't know. I'm sure they had different type of fears. Cause I was like peeping the Emmett Till story, and like that shit crazy, man.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
That shit wow.
Yeah, man, that's a whole other episode. Oh God.
Most definitely, but their fears were probably a lot different than the fears that we have now, and I feel like a lot of the like things that we went through and segregation, like segregation actually almost made us weaker. In a sense, you know what I mean? Like when we
stopped being dependent on ourselves.
Yes, most definitely. Like I don't know. Like maybe is it wrong to say that they were fighting for the wrong thing?
Nope. You entitled to your opinion, man.
Not saying like everything they fought for was the wrong thing, but like why are we begging these people to use their water fountain? Fuck their water fountain. We use our own. You get what I'm saying? I mean, and I know looking back at it now. Like looking at it from like
a different perspective
from now's perspective is probably wrong. But when you look back now, like what if a nigga was like, and I think somebody like Malcolm X was that nigga. It was like nigga, fuck they water fountain. Like we'll
make our own.
We'll use our own. You get what I'm saying? Or which that was a battle that I can't speak on. I was not there. I don't know how hard it was. I don't know.
We were asking them to treat us as humans, though. It's kind of like crazy, bro.
You begging to be equal. Like, we want to be equal to them. When, you know, like.
Right, bro. To think about it, man, yeah, them.
You get what I'm saying? But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just
that's
all love.
Crazy,
it's all love for all people.
I feel like that's a good discourse to talk about, though. And it's not to, like, discredit nothing that they did or disrespect anything. It's just like, all right, y'all placed us in this predicament now, you know, what y'all were fighting for, what y'all wanted to get. And so now we're kind of like reaping
the benefits. Yeah, like so not like, the benefits, the benefits and the effects, downfall, like the bad effects of it too, because there was some terrible effects from like from that, for sure.
I agree.
For sure.
I think the worst thing we did was become Democrats and Republicans, because that shit was never for us in the first place. It's still not to this day. That's why I said it was never for us in the first place.
I never understood that either, because like,
why is it only two? Why do we?
Why not even why is it only two? Like, this shit is not even in your DNA. It's not even in your blood. Like, I can say I'm a Republican just by verbally saying it. I'm a Republican. Now I'm a Republican. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm a Democrat. Now like, this shit is not even in your DNA. It's not in your blood. Like, it's like gangs almost.
It just go back to fear, bro. Everybody's fearful.
Ain't nothing but a gang. Ain't nothing but a gang at the end of the day.
Gangs, bro. Greeks, all that fraternity.
Kendrick say?
Gangs, bro.
Democrips.
Republicans. Yeah,
right.
for sure.
For real shit.
So, I don't know.
Them niggas fearful, bro.
Who?
Them. I feel like people who, like, they depending on this particular party to, like, save them, when, like, fool, you really got to save yourself, bro. Because really, fool, bro, them folks don't give a fuck about you. And I know from firsthand experience, bro. Like, and we all know. I'm pretty sure we all know. But, like, to be honest, fool, government be on some other stuff. That's all I'm saying. But, and that's the government, you know, we accepting. And
Yoda.
Yoda. This finna be my new name. Fuck it. Yoda. Yoda.
Nah, that's the only thing I could think about when he was talking. Was like, them niggas said he like Yoda. But no.
I feel you though, bro.
But I feel like, you know, when it comes to fear and stuff like that, that facing fears is a beautiful thing. Like one situation I do want to talk about that, like, I had when I was in like a street, like I don't fuck with street situations. And I was put in a lot of situations growing up that I hated, bro, that like I feared for my life, that I legitimately struggle from, like, PTSD, is that what it's called? Post-traumatic stress disorder. For this day, because of the situations that I've been through. Like, I remember, like, my first real street encounter. Like, my real first street encounter. And I act like a pussy. I'll be honest. Like, I can be brutally honest about it. I act like a pussy with it. I did, because I'd never been in that situation before. I'm fresh out of middle school. Like, I had been, like, seen fights and shit like that. Like, we went to Alsea Elementary, so I saw fights. I saw crazy shit. But I'm talking about, like, my first real street experience was, like, I was in 6th grade I was in 8th grade going into 9th, and we were having summer football practice, so I wasn't quite in high school yet. And Kayo was still in high school, right? Kayo laughing because he know. So Kayo did what he did back in the day. I'll let him tell y'all what he did back in the day. And so I'm with them just thinking shit cool. Like, shit cool. Man, if these car full of niggas didn't pull up and hop out, and them niggas was like, nigga hopped out, which one was it? Who is it? Who is it? And I think he pointed at one of the niggas, so them folks started, I'm talking about just jacking. I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the hell? Like, I ain't never been in no situation like this in my life. But these niggas hopped out. And I'm talking about, hopped out. Man, I'm over there screaming like, Kayo!
No, you weren't saying it.
What was I saying?
Everybody said, Derek!
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit was crazy.
I mean,
it
happened fast. I ain't gonna lie.
Tell you
like,
the story,
I walked
bro.
away,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you
I
why
walked away, bro. I was like, because I ain't never been in no situation like that. It was my beef. Like, I would never talk.
Nigga
like,
ran
bro.
to the fire station. Somebody would have got the fireman.
Hey, I'll admit it.
Hey,
in that situation.
Hey, that shit was crazy though, because them niggas had a chopper in the trunk.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I ain't never been in no situation like that. But from that day forward, like, my approach
was
and
on
the way
your
I
toes
was
on
on my
shit.
toes
Yeah.
on this shit. Like I learned
That was
that
his
day.
first time he was actually. I remember that shit. Like, but it all happened because a nigga stole a fake Gucci belt, bro, and he put it around his neck trying to flaunt it in front of a nigga. His nigga went and got his big brothers, big GD brothers. They done the GDs in the dough, and
They came and beat the fuck out that man ass though.
my real shit, bro. And when we ran up, bro, he told his mama his mama brought him there. That's how bad this situation was. The main mama pulled up. He told his mama, pop that motherfucking trunk. That's how you know she real out here.
So that was like from that day forward, like I was always on my toes, like,
You know?
and it created a monster because I was just like, bruh, like I gotta always be ready and prepared at that point in time. And I can admit it, like, bruh, I act like a real life what people would consider a pussy or a bitch. But now when I'm older, in my perspective now, I look like, damn, I was probably
the
the
smartest
safest,
one.
the smartest
Real
one.
talk. Now I think about it. You was the best one to have in the car sometime. Cause that man ain't gonna let's go home your ass to death till you gonna be like, let's go home. And real
Hell
shit,
yeah.
that shit saved a nigga a lot of nights because we'll get home some nights and be like, XYZ done happened. Like, damn, bro. We
was just with them niggas.
We was just with them niggas. We was on the way with them niggas. Know what I'm saying? So
I most definitely believe that. And niggas would tell you now, everybody who hung out with us back in the
ain't
day
with
would
that
be
shit.
like, bruh, I wasn't with that stupid ass hot ass shit.
He
Like,
ain't with that
I'm
shit.
like, bruh, let go. Like,
man,
just go.
I can hear this out saying, Kayo, just leave.
KO was looking for
Y'all need a
it.
sitcom for that shit. Every time you in the situation, this nigga pop up.
KO, and I ain't gonna lie, when we used to go to like parties and clubs, I used to like purposely separate myself from KO. I'm pretty sure KO look around like, damn, what DT? Man, I be gone because I already know all it take was whoop that hoe, whoop that hoe. Song like that to come on or some shit, man. I'm
Not no whoop that hoe though. Not that
Oh,
song.
no, like he slapping
That's
this.
why I thought I was a motherfucking diva in the club.
Like, niggas was fighting off that shit
What's
too.
the
though.
dude Santana?
Shit, I mean-
Saucy Santana. What's the dude name? They did the song on TikTok. fool?
Material girl.
Yeah, that
Are you
nigga
talking about
looking at
that nigga funny as hell? That should be funny. I ain't gonna even fly. That should be funny. But I mean, I can admit, like, that was a point in my life where I was fearful. Like, I feared, you know, but I also
shit'll fuck
learned
with
from
you,
that
though.
experience. You know what I mean? And then, bro, it's just a whole bunch of shit. But like, I think like to kind of sum everything up tonight is that what we did get from this is that black men has developed this fear of getting shot. We not no war vets. We are war vets in a sense, but we not no war vets. We ain't really got no true enemies, but we do got some true enemies, but our enemies shouldn't be our brothers. You get what I'm saying? Our brothers and, you know, sisters out there. And like, this is something that needs to be talked about more. Is like, I guarantee you, if you ask every black man out there if they've lived a certain kind of lifestyle, I've been not even lived it, but just, you know, have family members in it, I've been around it, or, you know, they got this fear of being shot, bro. And
Man, I got a story don't nobody know.
I think it's time to tell it.
Man, I remember one time, bro, we was out smoking food, downtown. Me, you know how niggas used to hotbox and shit like that. And the police pulled up, fool. And we hopped out the car and shit. Police officer pulled out his gun, bro.
Oh my God.
Don't nobody know this shit, fool.
For real.
Well, how it happened was we high.
Yeah, I've had that pretty.
Now that got shot, they pulled
They
a
put a
gun.
gun out
but-
on us. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and but how it happened was dude in the back seat, he was like, bruh said get out the car. And I'm like, fool. He said, get out. All right, so I'm hopping out. That man come around. He's like, don't fucking move. Like, straight like that on some shit like that. I'm like, fool, you tweaking. You see the smoke coming out the car. But all right. And you know what he was.
Them folk, a lot of police.
But guess
be
who
shaky.
saved-
If you
guess
a
who-
shake ass nigga, don't be no cop.
Guess who saved us, though?
Real. You gotta have good nerves. Who?
The black police officer. He was like, bruh, y'all in school, y'all do this, that, and the other type shit, man. Just go.
I got a story like something like that too. I remember, if you from Memphis, you know, going towards the airport, towards Catfish Cabin, it's a one way. It's a one way street. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going towards. Basically, I'm trying to head to West Memphis, so I'm supposed to be going 40 with West, with whatever. I'm going the wrong way, so I bust a U-turn in the street, and the police, woo woo, I don't do that no more. So I'm coming back down. I'm going the wrong way again. It's a one-way street, so I'm going right side to bust another U. So the police pulled me over, whatever. I had some weed in the car. And he was like, you got anything in the car? He was like, nah. I was like, nah. So, but they ended up finding a little weed, whatever. And put me in the car and shit. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Because I really finna go to college, you know what I'm saying? This fresh after I got shot and shit. So I was like, man, I'm finna go to college, sir. I'm trying to change my life, woo. But I said he got the cousin that was with me outside the car. He slapped the little hat off his head. He was cursing them out and shit. But the man, the police let me go. So I was like, man, I'm finna go to school. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change my life around. Black cop, but the white cop was being green.
Yeah, fool.
And black cop like, all right, man, man, don't do this no more. But he made me break the cigars and pull the weed out and grind the weed in the concrete on the ground. You know what I'm saying, man? Let a nigga go. Real shit. I was on my way to Kansas in a few, you know what I'm saying, weeks.
Man, niggas paranoid of the police, bro.
Real shit.
Yeah, that's another fear that black men have is just,
Them niggas
that's something that I think other race will never, ever, no matter what you tell them, no matter what you say, we all, like when you driving, even now, I'm a like law-abiding citizen at this point in time in my life. And still to this day, I'm like, damn, they got the police. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. But at the same time, like my thought process is like where the cops at. Like even when you with, your significant others, like they be like, they got the police. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do like other races be driving and be like, oh, there's they got the cops.
They probably don't even see them.
They probably don't even know.
People with color in their skin do. Anybody with color in their skin do. I feel like that. So no matter if you got a little color in you.
No, I don't know. Everybody ain't skin folks. Like everybody, like a lot of these, like
Man,
other
Indians
races,
and Mexicans, they get treated like us too, bro.
they do. But a lot of them, like they look at us still like the scum of the earth.
Yeah, they do. You right.
We're probably the most mistreated. We are not probably. We are the most
bro,
mistreated
yeah.
and most disrespected race on this planet.
Right.
Like everywhere. Like you can go anywhere and
They watch you.
we are just looked at as like the scum.
Walk in the store.
But why the fuck are we as people
I always wondered
cursed? Like I don't want to say cursed, but like, bro, that's kind of like what it is. It's like, fool.
Because
What did
you
we
gotta
do
think
to
about-
But we got to
deserve
think.
this?
Also think about like the time.
climate.
We got to think about time
Climate,
too. Like we look at time as like 100 years is a long time.
But it's
100
not.
years is a fucking millisecond in the actual spectrum of time.
Yeah.
So history only goes back as far as the
As they can name it.
as somebody can document it. You get what I'm saying? Like ours,
Bro, somebody just flipped the script.
It could have been
100.
it could have been a king back in the day that said every book on this planet, burn that bitch. We're gonna change the history. You get what I'm saying?
I just feel like they flipped the
You know what I
script.
mean? It
Like,
could that shit could have
And
really
we got
fucking happened.
the ugly side.
Yeah, and now it's
I don't
like,
even want to say ugly because I don't know what they went through like before that shit was documented.
I mean, but a lot of black people, our history go back as far as slavery. Like that's what they
They
know.
were
Like
the first
slave is
one.
like
Yeah.
the most the common African American. They think that our history go, and then everybody else has this basis history of we were kings. But like, tell me more about that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, what if we were like and they were the slaves and we went to a war and we end up losing and then they made us the slaves.
I mean, I'm gonna just. I mean, if you believe in the Bible, then I just tell people this. Like, and I only say like, if you're a person that does believe in the Bible, the people that you're reading about, just Google those cities and those countries and Google the people there and see what they look like. So that's what those people look like in the Bible that you're Googling and that you're reading about. So that's just,
Right.
that's your history there. But
It is crazy. We don't know nothing too much before slavery though.
I mean, we do. It's a lot of history. It's just about how
I'm talking
far
about
you want to do.
like that you just know offhand, like without no
I
research.
do. I know a lot offhand, like before slavery, but it's just about like, what do you believe? Like history is.
I'm talking about like what they pounding us. Like they don't really
Oh, no,
go
no,
too,
no.
They don't go too far before
No,
slavery.
I mean,
It's
especially
always-
if you go off school history.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm talking
No,
about. Like,
hell no.
It's always starting like around that range.
what are they teaching these days? I'm curious.
they didn't even.
I
teach
ask
about-
my son that all the time. What did you learn today? The same stuff. What is the same stuff? I might have to go grab some of them books and look at these, John. They probably
Yeah,
got no
'cause,
more
like,
pictures in that junk.
They probably
No words, just pictures.
I mean, right now, like kids should be learning about like robotics and computer science.
That's
and,
what I'm.
like,
And-
I don't
and
know,
right,
man.
and-
What if they
and-
still learn the same shit we learned?
they probably are. I know they changed like math and
math
stuff like that.
different, though. Yeah,
math, they
math
changed
different.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
But
For when I was in school, for sure, because when I had to help him with his homework, I
I'm about to
was
go
like,
through that too. I got a 2-year-old, so I'm about to start be doing like projects and I don't know. And then like to kind of close it out, on this thing that I just experienced this week that I want to talk about is that, like, so my wife and I were like thinking about finding a different school for our daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went on our first visit to a school, and I'm not gonna even say the school name, but it's it's mostly white school, and bruh, this shit was like a college, bruh.
For real.
Like, I felt like I was going on an official visit. Like, we was going, like legit, like, and my daughter's 2, you know what I mean? So, and I'm just, my whole time, like, I'm blown away. You know what I'm thinking? I'm like, this is how they get ahead.
Yeah.
Like, this is how the perspective of life is. Like, this is how, I don't know. It just made me think, like, damn, like, this is what life is for them. Like, at an early age, all the way up through high school and shit. Like, our school, like, a lot of people went through schools that was like,
Nigga, my school had rats in it. I also had rats, right? They had rats in it. It's a new one now.
yeah, they rebuilt it.
Too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful school. But, like,
we was there, it had rats
just
in
like,
it.
like, damn, like, I just kind of want to touch on that. Like, damn, like, this is what you go to, like, lunches, like, catered, like, not catered, but, like, beautiful lunches, like, classrooms, spotless, like, laboratories, computers labs, chapels, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's just, it was just a different thing for me to experience and just be like, damn, I see why, like, people put their kids in these situations. But I also think, like, I want my daughter to have a balance, because the things that
you can get ahead, and it's all about the individual too.
Almost definitely.
You can go anywhere and see.
But that's a head start, bro.
That's
That's like, I can honestly say my high school did not prepare me for college.
But they ain't prepared me for shit. Nothing at all.
They say they are, but like,
I don't fucking get no fuck.
I don't think it.
If it ain't a certain group of people, like, they cater to a certain group of kids, but it's like the other ones.
Like,
It's not all around.
The most important thing that you should be teaching a high school student is study habits.
Right.
Study habits, like creating
about money habits too, because they get into the world.
Yes.
Of teaching them their finances.
I think in college, like, the most important. At that time, back then, I don't know. Now it's different. Niggas can take a picture of something and copy and paste it. Like, that's crazy. But study habits for sure. But I don't know. We touched bases on fear tonight, and I think we most definitely want to encourage people to go out and start facing their fears more.
Face them,
Talk about your fears more. Express your fears more. Because what if the people around you don't know that you're scared of something?
Shit, right,
they
bro.
might put you in a situation where now you uncomfortable and you having a panic attack. You know.
A lot of times when you face your fears, though, you realize you was scared, really scared of shit.
Yep. Nothing.
Real talk.
Nothing at all.
You was shorting yourself on some, bro. Face your fears, man. I teach my son that all the time, man. Go on, face your fears. He's like, I face my fears, Dad.
Because if you're a scary adult or scary parent, you create scary kids.
Real talk. That's why I try to be macho, man.
Like, if you scared of water, your kid's gonna be scared of water. And I think that, like, that's a life skill that.
Bro, my wife got in the ocean and didn't know how to swim. I was like,
she bold.
I ain't never seen nobody who never knew how to swim.
I seen that shit. When we went snorkeling that one time, that lady didn't know how to swim. But it's
Bruh, she was in the middle of the ocean with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is different.
But she had a float on and shit like that.
But
right?
still,
yeah,
though.
but still, that's facing your fear. That's what I'm saying. Like, face your fears.
Yeah, that's a big old face.
But I think, like,
I fuck with
the
those
stigma that black people don't know how to swim,
too,
that's a fear that we need to kick out of our children's lives. Like,
That's
we
a
need
survival
That's a
tactic,
survival.
like,
That's a life skill you
Shit,
need.
bro, you need that motherfucker. And hunting too, bro.
At least know how to tread some water and
That's
get
it.
out the
That's
way.
all you need to
Like,
know.
real talk, bro.
We ain't
Keep your
talk-
head above water.
Because and then for parents, like, too, like, if your kid fall in the water, like, how they gonna save them?
Real talk.
So that's something that we want to push on our people, man. Break that stigma, man, for real. And just face your fears, man. Like, communicate, talk, express yourself, face it. Like, and let's also try to put positive energy out there and spread love and show love. So how y'all feel about, tonight? Everybody good?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Mm-hmm. I feel great, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too.
I'm ready to go face my fears tomorrow. Man, my fear right now is getting up at 5:45.
I'm already.
I know. I'm
I've been
just
living
saying.
that for years. So
I'm just saying.
5:00. But when we go to Orlando, you gonna face your fears of some rides too. But it ain't really much for you to face at Disney, so we gonna ride every day.
That'll be the day when some shit go wrong, and I'm be like, I told you so.
And I'll take that hit on the chin. I'll take that hit on the chin, bro. But you riding that shit with me, bro. Say less. Yes, you are. Come on now. But I don't know. This has been a great episode, and I am DT, the middle child.
Kayo,
Dylan, aka Son of the Way, the youngest.
And this is Somebody Needs Somebody podcast. Man. I'll see y'all next week.
The universe has sent me to you. I'm loving all the things that you do. I don't know why. The universe has sent me to you.